Pride and Prejudice, 1984, by George Orwell. Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen is a classic novel that explores the societal norms and values of early 9th century England. The story revolves around the Bennet family, particularly Elizabeth Bennet, the protagonist, and her interactions with Mr. Darcy, a wealthy and initially aloof gentleman. Throughout the narrative, Elizabeth and Mr. Darcy navigate misunderstandings, societal pressures, and personal prejudice to ultimately find mutual understanding and love. So the theme of Pride and Prejudice are societal expectations, class, marriage, and personal growth. It also explores how pride and prejudice can hinder relationships and personal development, and also showcasing the importance of self-awareness and overcoming societal norms. 1984 by George Orwell. 1984 by George Orwell is a dystopian novel that portrays a totalitarian society ruled by the part led by Big Brother, the protagonist. Winston Smith is a member of the outer party who rebels against the oppressive regime's surveillance, censorship, and control. Winston's illicit relationship with Julia, a fellow rebel, leads them to confront the party's manipulation of the truth and reality. However, the resistance is futile and they are captured, tortured, and ultimately broken by the party's indoctrinator methods, erasing their individuality and free will. So the themes of 1984 by George Orwell is totalitarianism, surveillance, propaganda, individualism versus conformity, reality versus perception, and last, power and authority. So Hamlet by William Shakespeare. Hamlet is a tragedy written by William Shakespeare, likely between 1599 and 1601. It follows the story of Prince Hamlet of Denmark, who seeks revenge against his uncle Claudius for murdering his father, King Hamlet, and usurping the throne by marrying Hamlet's mother, Queen Gertrude. The play begins with the appearance of King Hamlet's ghost, who reveals Hamlet that he was murdered by Claudius. Hamlet, deeply disturbed by this revelation, feigns madness as he plots his revenge. Meanwhile, Claudius grows suspicious of Hamlet's behavior and schemes to have him killed. As Hamlet grapples with his desire for revenge and the moral implications of his actions, he becomes increasingly isolated and conflicted. He staged a play called The Mouse Trap to confirm Claudius' guilt, which leads to a series of tragic events, including the accidental murder of Polonius, the father of Hamlet's love interest Ophelia. Ophelia descends into madness and dies by drowning. Further, fueling Hamlet's grief and rage, Laertes, Polonius' son, seeks revenge against Hamlet for his father's death, leading to a duel between them. The Hamlet explored themes revenge, madness, mortality, and the complexity of human nature, making it one of Shakespeare's most celebrated and enduring works. Macbeth by William Shakespeare. Macbeth is a famous tragedy written by William Shakespeare. The play follows the story of Macbeth, a brave Scottish general who receives a prophecy from three witches that he will become the King of Scotland. Encouraged by his ambitious wife, Lady Macbeth, Macbeth takes matters into his own hands and murders King Duncan to seize the throne. As guilt and paranoia consume him, Macbeth becomes a tyrannical, and ruthless ruler, ordering the deaths of anyone he perceives as a threat. The play explored themes of ambition, fate, and the corrupting nature of power. In the end, Macbeth's reign comes to a tragic end as he faced the consequence of his actions. And here are the themes in Macbeth by William Shakespeare: is ambition, guilt and conscience, fate and free will, appearance versus reality, betrayal, power and corruption, gender roles. The Ways of the Land. The Ways of the Land is a literacy piece that tells the story of a small farming community and the challenges they face in a changing world. The story revolves around a group of farmers who have been living off the land for generations, relying on traditional farming practices and a deep connection to the earth. However, their way of life is threatened when a large corporation plans to buy up their land and turn it into a commercial development. The farmers are torn between preserving their heritage and values, and the economic pressure to sell their land for financial gain. As the story unfolds, the community grapples with the consequences of their decisions. Some farmers choose to resist the corporation and fight for their land, while others succumb to the allure of money and sell their property. The conflict between traditions and progress, community and individual gain, creates tension within the community. Throughout the narrative, the author explores themes such as the importance of land, the impact of modernization on rural communities, the, st- the struggles to maintain one's identity in the face of change, and the delicate balance between economic prosperity and environmental sustainability. So the themes of the ways of the land is preservation of tradition, connections to the land, conflict between economic, community and individual identity, resilience, and adaptations. Gapo by Luwalhati Bautista. Gapo is a novel written by Filipino author Luwalhati Bautista. Published in 1980, the novel provides a vivid portrayal of life in Olongapo City, a town near the former versus naval base in the Philippines. The story revolves around the lives of several characters living in Olongapo, including Pilo, a young man who dreams of leaving the city to pursue a better life, and Ipeng, his childhood friend who become involved in the sex industry to support the family. As the narrative unfolds, Gapo delves into the complexities of relationships, poverty, and the effects of American military presence on Filipino society. It explores the themes such as exploitation, corruption, and the struggles for identity amid social and economic challenges. Thank you.